Do you recall any particularly unusual or humorous events within your time in the service?
The biggest thing that always causes me to smile about when I was in the military is how much work I would get done when people thought I was a guy. Because my call sign was JJ. My call sign is actually Jack. And I was like, I can't go by Jack. I'm not going to go by Jack because that's a man's name, right? But so I said, well, at least let's make it Janie Jack, because my JJ. And so then my call sign became JJ. And it's funny because I don't know. I don't want to make it sound like the military is bad. The military is one of the best jobs I had. I'm so thankful for that experience. But it's when people thought I was a guy, I got so much more work done. If I could just be electronic with folks, and they would be like, and a lot of other ladies would be like, "It's ma'am. Did you even look at my name?" And they would write back stuff like, I'd be like, they can call me sir all they want, because I already know the more they think I'm a guy, the more they're going to get stuff done. And it's true, because people were always surprised when they met me, and they
had to do a double take.
They had to do a double take. Even when people heard me on the phone, they didn't realize that my ethnicity or my coloring. And so it was always funny when people are like, "You're JJ?" Yeah, I am. And so we actually had a unit where there was 2 other JJs, and those were both high prominent men. And so the general was like, "We need to change our call sign because everybody's getting confused." And I was like, "Well, sir, I don't see a problem. They're getting stuff done. They're just mad when they find out they're getting it done for me instead of these other guys." Then they changed my call sign to Bombshell, which was actually pretty cool, but not very PC.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what prompted Bombshell?
So because of my training with nuclear weapons, and in that job, I was the deputy chief scientist for the nuclear command, the Air Force's nuclear command. And so that was part of it. And then there was, I don't know if this is appropriate or not, but I don't use it anymore. So normally if I tell you about a call sign, you have to take me out for a drink, or something, but I don't use it anymore. So I'll tell you, but there was a full bird colonel on staff that was quite taken with me, and I was like, nope, no workplace romances. And so it was breaking hearts and blowing stuff up.
Oh, gosh.
And that's why they called me Bombshell. And I rolled with it. People still call me that today from that unit, and it cracks me up because the next place I went to was in Tampa, and they were like, all the older ladies are angry at you for even allowing them to call you that, and you will never use that call sign again. And I was like, I don't care. As long as I get paid, call me what you want to call me,
Yeah.
But I understood their perspective, but at the same time, it didn't offend me, but it didn't offend me that it offended others, and I understood why it would offend others. Mm-hmm. So, and today you would never have a call sign like that. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. Which is not always a bad thing.